Hey, I'm Jade, and if you like music and awkward, hit that subscribe button because this is the channel for you. On today's Turn Up Tuesday, it's going to be a little bit different. It's going to be a quick recommendation. If you haven't checked out the other Turn Up Tuesdays, I'll link to the playlist in the description box below, where I go into a more in-depth history of the album. I'm probably going to be pushing those to once a month. And then in the weeks in between, doing a quicker, what I'll call maybe a, hey, you should just listen to this album because it's good type of video. This album, I actually hadn't done one for this week, but just got off my bike, and this is one of my kind of go-tos when I'm out on my bike is this album. And the album is All That You Dream by Joey Landreth. If you don't know Joey Landreth, clearly you don't spend copious amounts of time on Guitar YouTube where he pops up from time to time, whether people are talking about him or he's being interviewed. This album is a solo project of his, but he also has a band with his brother called the Brothers Landreth. They hail from Winnipeg. Always nice to shout out a fellow Canadian. This album is a tribute to Lowell George and Little Feat. This is a tribute to Little Feat and Lowell George, which I like recommending an album like this because it I didn't know who Lowell George was or Little Feat was before knowing this album. So it's always nice when you kind of get to discover someone else. The covers themselves follow pretty closely to the originals, but are kind of updated, sound kind of rebooted, kind of refreshed, and a bit more modern, and has Joey's kind of unmistakable sound. It's a really grooving album. The one exception to the kind of following more closely to the original song is Sailin' Shoes, which is quite a bit of a departure, Joey's version from the original version. The song itself, he's actually talked about, it wasn't necessarily one of his favorite songs. It was just a song that has always been around him in his life. His dad, who also was a musician, would play this song all the time, and his brother and his brother's own band would play that song. And when he kind of concepted doing this album, he goes, well, it has to be in there. So his version is much more, like I said, like grooving than the original, whereas the other songs, the original songs, kind of do have that groove. Yeah, Joey's sound is amazing, and I'll definitely on my list of albums to recommend. There is a Brothers Landreth on that list currently, so you'll definitely hear more about them. Grab it off your shelf or open your favorite music app and turn up this week's album, Joey Landreth's All That You Dream. But before you go, I'd love if you hit that subscribe button, and if you have time, head over to backlinebeat.com and check out everything there, including interviews, more recommendations, and my bread and butter concert galleries. If you are a fan of Joey Landreth or the Brothers Landreth, I do have an interview with Ariel Posen, who of course played with the Brothers Landreth. I did that in November. There's also pictures from the concert from that show he played. Thanks, and have yourself a good one.